بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين أما بعد وعن أبي الدرداء رضي الله تعالى عنه عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال ابغوني في ضعفائكم فإنما ترزقون وتنصرون فإنما ترزقون أو تنصرون بضعفائكم رواه أبو داود. Abu Darda radiyallahu ta'ala anhu narrated from Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said that if you want to look for me, then look for me into the weaker people of yours, into the destitute types of people of yours, into the people who have some inabilities, some weaknesses, some natural types of weaknesses, some zof. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, look for me into them. And then he mentioned the reason. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that you are being given rizq and you are being helped because of your weak people. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that rizq you are getting or whatever help you are getting, it is due to the weak people of the society. In any, in one of the hadith sharif, that hadith sharif will explain this hadith sharif more. That a sahabi comes and he makes complaint that I am the breadwinner. So and so, my brother from my family, I have to earn for him. He doesn't earn for himself. I have to provide him. And that happens in many families, that there are some people who are totally unable. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's infinite wisdom, what He plans, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us such that we never doubt about it. That is the system Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had created. That is His takwini system. Because you are into the world of test. There are many ways of Allah's testing from many angles. This is one of them. And what an honor for the weak people of the whole humanity. Because our Nabi Sassam said that if you want to look for me into the weak people. You will find me there. You meet some of the people that naturally they are being tested. And they will say, I have no complaint against my Allah. I always say that we safe and sound person, pay people, we say 100,000 times Allah's name. And that type of person, out of all that pain and agony and troubles and difficulties, says once Allah is very weighty. Sometimes our ibadat will be accepted because of these people. فَإِنَّمَا تُرْزَقُونَ. Do not limit it only with what you call material risk. Oh Allah, it is the day of Jumu'ah. Due to the weak people of the world, whatever risk, apparent, internal, external, spiritual, material, risk of ilm, ma'rifat, muhabbat, aid of courage, positive sentiments, emotions, whatever aid you are providing, it is the day of Jumu'ah. O Allah, we make an announcement on behalf of your Nabi Sassam to all people of those people who are weak, who are disabled, who are struggling. Your infinite wisdom had tasted them somehow the other. We are telling them that you are so honorable and fortunate that our Habib sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that you will find me in them. Again, we shouldn't look for trouble, but trouble is from the predestiny. Then, what a soothing sentence Nabi Sassam said for such people. That if you want to look for me, you will find me into the weak people of the society. And he had used words of, Arabic. Oh Allah, give us some touch of Arabic. Arabic of Quran and Sunnah. Every language of the world is the poorest language when it comes to the court of Arabic. They have created so many words just to describe that natural test of weakness. And Nabi Sassam had condensed all of them into one word, Zof. And again, in a very positive, respecting manner. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us understanding of Quran and Sunnah. Understanding of Quran and Sunnah. That's why I remember some time ago, I don't know, I had used some English word. And I think at home or someone said, no, you cannot say this because, see, these weak people of society, how Nabi Sassam is addressing them, elevating them, consoling them, comforting them. And may Allah make us such that we should never ever look down to such people. If one person comes into the salat who is being tasted like that, who knows, because of his salat, our salats becomes accepted. Because Nabi Sassam said, فَإِنَّمَا تُرْزَقُونَ وَتُنْصَرُونَ بِضُعَفَائِكُمْ. You are being given risk and you are being aided because of your weak people. Allah, whatever risk and help you will be providing in our lifetime. Allah, when we come into interaction between ourselves and such people, then let us have representation of your Nabi Sassam's teaching. Whole world, they have learned all these things, that how to treat them, how to give them benefit, and etc. How to give them some sort of facilities. They have learned from Quran and Sunnah. We are not familiar with Quran and Sunnah. That's why we become very impressed. That's why there are some countries, Scandinavian countries. You go to those countries, then the life standard is very high. Life standard is very high. Very, very high. Because the way they look after people. Well and good. Well and good. Khilafat-e-Rashida and people who followed Quran and Sunnah, they used to look after such people even better. And the major difference, that they giving you child benefit, Khilafat-e-Rashida giving you child benefit, but the whole line will be such that receiver of child benefit and giver of child benefit, both will become more close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That was the foundation laid by them. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us. Time is coming. Dajjal will give you gold and silver and materials of the world, and he will disconnect you from Allah. Whoever will benefit from Dajjal with sober mind, then as much as he will benefit from Dajjal, that much he will be disconnected from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us such vision that knowingly or unknowingly we shouldn't fall into the traps of Dajjal. I have said this from 30 years now, or 26 years, 27 years, that all these types of services and benefits and facilities, when it was given from the bandas of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then giver and taker both became more close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because that was the ultimate goal. Here, Nabi Sassam had laid the foundation that no, these weak people, you got to pay extra attention because you are getting rich because of them. Then you will contribute towards them. You will look after them. You will respect them. You will have very good heart for them because you know that your looking after to such person will earn you salvation from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, marifat, muhabbat, closeness, dearness. And if you didn't understand all these things what I have said, very simple. One very saintly person, he was stationed into Makkah Mukarramah, and one whole group went for Hajj. And in that whole group, one person remained healthy. Everybody fell ill. Everybody fell ill. I will give you 2 examples to understand this hadith sharif. Everybody fell ill. So, his whole time went in serving them, making khidmat, giving medicine, looking after them, treating them, feeding them, etc. And Hajj was, like the basic performance he performed. And then he went to his mentor and he said, I traveled from so far with the intention of Hajj, but my all time went in making khidmat of them. I couldn't offer anything. So you know what he said? That is what you will understand from here. And I'll give you another example also. He said, Dil badastawar ki hajj akbaras. You won people's heart by serving them, that is Hajj Akbar. Understand? Very simple. He said, people, when you are not well, if someone treats you with sympathy, how good you feel. Sometimes doctors say some good words to you, you become healthy. Your illness is gone. So he spent his whole Hajj duration in serving all ill people. So now his perspective is being corrected by that person who's got the vision of Quran and Sunnah. He said, okay, the ibadat, extra tawaf and extra what you call umrah and extra things you couldn't perform because your time went in serving all these ill people. That is Hajj, that is not Hajj, that is Hajj Akbar. That is Hajj Akbar. Another example. One leader, when partition took place between India and Pakistan, that was a bloodshed. That was a bloodshed. So one of the leaders, he kept on serving humanity. And he didn't look back whether that person was Hindu or Muslim. Whoever he found in situations, Then he became emergency aid, taking them to hospital, trying to make them survive, and that whole period. And then he went to his sheikh, his mentor. He said, these days, I was just doing my basic, my first salat, etc. He was very high, great scholar too. He said, I was doing very basic, but I didn't have time to perform tahajjud. I didn't have time to perform azkar. I didn't have time to do anything nafal. My all time went in. So his sheikh said that if you want to make a deal, I am prepared to make one deal. That give me all this khidmat you made in these days, and I am prepared to give you my whole life's tahajjud and all askar and all ibadat and all hajj and all umrah. I am prepared to give it to you. You just give me these few days of khidmat. Very simple two examples I had given to make you understand this hadith sharif. Oh Allah, give us the vastness of understanding for the words of your Nabi Sassam and for the words of your Quran. If you bear these two incidents in mind, then you will come to understand that Nabi Sassam said, look for me into the weak people. Now, whoever is obedient to Nabi Sassam, whenever he will have an opportunity to deal with such people, then he will look forward to, because what his Nabi Sassam said, that if you want to look for me into weak people. And then he knows that this is my time. I can make the most of it. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us. We shouldn't ask for trouble, but if taqdeer has tasted you, then how much you will be cashing into the mizan, into the hisab, into the reckoning of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You will be far ahead of many salihin and abideen and muttaqeen. You will be far ahead of them. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us correct understanding of this hadith sharif and every ayat and every riwayat. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ya awwal al-awwaleen, Ya akhir al-akhirin, Ya rahim al-masakin, Ya dhal quwwati al-mateen, Ya dhal manni fala yumannu alayk, Ya dhal tawli, Ya dhal jalali wal ikram. La ilaha illa ant, Zahar al-lalaji'in, wa jar al-mustajidin, wa ma'man al-khaifin. Ya ma'man al-khaifin, Ya ma'man al-khaifin. In kunta katabtana indaka fi ummil kitabi ashqiya, famhu anna isma shaqa. فامحو عنا اسم الشقاء وإن كنت كتبتنا عندك في أم الكتاب مقطرا علينا أرزاقنا فامحو تقطير رزقنا وحرمان رزقنا واكتبنا وأثبتنا عندك سعداء ووفقنا الخير فإنك تقول في كتابك يمحو الله ما يشاء ويثبت وعنده أم الكتاب يا من عنده أم الكتاب. اللهم إنا نسألك فعل الخيرات وترك المنكرات وحب المساكين وأن تغفر لنا وترحمنا فإذا أردت بقوم فتنة فتوفنا غير مفتونين غير خزايا ولا ندامة ولا مفتونين. اللهم ارزقنا حبك وحب من يحبك وحب عمل يقربنا إلى حبك. اللهم ارزقنا حبك وحب حبيبك صلى الله عليه وسلم. اللهم هم أصلنا ووصلنا وإليهم يحن قلوبنا وطال إليهم شوقنا. اللهم علمنا الكتاب، اللهم علمنا الكتاب والتأويل، اللهم فقهنا في الدين. اللهم ارزقنا تلاوة القرآن آناء الليل وآناء النهار واجعله لنا حجة يا رب العالمين ولا تجعله علينا حجة يا رب العالمين. اللهم ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. اللهم أحيينا مسكينا وأمتنا مسكينا واحشرنا في زمرة المساكين. اللهم ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم. وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه سيدنا وحبيبنا مولانا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين برحمتك.